Hi, my name's Brian. I'm a uni student and I have a part-time job working in retail, just like loads of other uni students. I work just during the weekends and, well, this is just me explaining the things that most of us who have jobs, or part-time jobs, and are students feel. Um, yeah, when you're working and you're doing studying and everything at the same time, it feels like a week is so short. Like it feels like I had a 3 day uni week. That was literally my week, but it felt like it was much shorter because of I had work beforehand and I had the other 2 days, and it was just 2 days to study, and it was a bit more cramming, and it just feels like you have a lot less. Um, and linked to that is like whenever you work, you don't feel like you can do any studying on days that you work because it's just like it takes up everything, and you like it's planning beforehand, planning afterwards, and you have barely any time to actually do any revision on those days or studying on those days. So it just kind of goes all in that. It's really tiring. Well, actually, for me, it was really tiring because I've done like no work around the house beforehand. So it's just when I actually started doing work and studying at the same time, it was just really tiring and stuff. But I think that's an important part of getting a part-time job. It's knowing how to prioritize and knowing that you shouldn't tire yourself out too much, knowing how many hours you should take, and stuff. Next thing I realized whilst being a student with a part-time job was that the student finance money is like barely covers anything. I mean, I suppose it depends on how much you get, but for me, my student finance money, which was quite generous, didn't really cover much in surplus of what I needed. So it covered food and it covered my rent, but thinking about whether or not I could have gone out and had more, I don't think I could have gone out as much with the money that I had, and so it's so great to have a job because then you have that money. You feel really like mature and you feel like an adult because you're out here getting pay slips and doing things, and you've got extra money and you've got enough money to like do your driving. You've got so much more money with you, and it makes you feel so mature, and it's so super cool. And another downside to having a job is that your social life takes a serious hit. Like, because, well, for me, I was working weekends, and even though I had 3 days, I could have worked more. I just worked on the weekends, and it's like I didn't really have much of a social life during that time because it was just, well, most stuff happens on the weekends. Halloween fell on a weekend and I couldn't do anything. I came back at like, I think 11:30 or 12, and when everyone had already gone out, and I was just like, I'm super tired, I just want to sleep. And so yeah, your social life takes a serious hit, and that's just collateral damage, I suppose. And added onto that is like, for me, I had to, because I was working weekends, I had to work during holidays as well. So it was like my family time took a hit as well. It was like when I was during the Christmas period and stuff, I would have to like get a train and come back to work, as opposed to like just chilling out with family and spending weekends just chilling out and having fun, that sort of thing. Yeah, and then another thing was going out with anyone, like going out for just meeting up friends and going to a club or a bar or something like that. It takes so much coordination. It's like you have to plan ages ahead and be like, okay, so I need to book this day off and I need to do this and blah blah blah. I mean, it's okay if you're doing it during weekdays, but then who really goes out during weekdays? So it's not what people do. But even though this whole list has just been me saying loads of bad stuff about studying and doing a job at the same time, having a job is really good. Like there was like, oh my god, I think there was only like one good thing that I said on this list, but yeah, having a job is really good. It gives you like a steady income. It's a good way for you to learn to manage your money, because with student finance, I had money and I was managing it, but it was like I was managing it well because I wasn't broke at any point. But with this, I had like more money, so it was more of a kind of be more responsible about your money sort of thing. And one thing I found with a lot of my friends and just a lot of people in general is that for that first bout of student finance where you get it in September and then you have to wait till January to get the second amount, towards the end of the year it becomes like really sparse and it's like difficult and you have to stretch your money. Whereas when I had my job, I did not have that issue at all. I was just like, I had money and I never really felt the pinch. Like I don't know whether my student finance money was affected, but it was just like with Christmas and everything, it was coming out of my salary, so it wasn't any of an issue with my student finance. So I never really kind of kept them separate, and it was good. So yeah, I would recommend people get a job. Just when you are a student, a good part, an important thing to remember when you get a job is that you should remember that your job isn't what you want to do in the future, or if you're not doing a job that's linked to your career, it's not what you want to do permanently. So just remember that you have to prioritize at some points and your studies should come first, and to just remember that if it's feeling overwhelming to do a job and studying, it's perfectly okay to just say, you know what, I shouldn't be doing a job right now. I think I'll just save it later for another time, just get another job later. You shouldn't have to feel bad about that. Anyway, I hope you do decide to get a job and you enjoy yourself, whatever job that you get. And this is me signing out. Tell us what you think about your part-time job down in the comments below. Like and subscribe and stuff. I'm really, really bad at this. Anyway, okay, bye.